And hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ken Adams, and you have found Synergy Theater's YouTube channel. Welcome aboard. Our show tonight is The Mating Game, an improvised game show that's not a game at all. Welcome. We are very glad you are here. If you would like to interact with us via chat tonight, then go ahead and log on to your YouTube account and then you'll be able to do so. If you are not watching in real time, if it is not July 2nd at 3:30 p.m. and you are not watching in real time, you are watching us on our YouTube channel at some distant time in the future and you're watching a recording of this show. In that case, you don't have to listen to me talk for 30 minutes about really nothing. You could just jump right ahead to the 30-minute mark of this video, and that's when our show is going to begin, because our show begins today at 4 o'clock p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. 4 o'clock p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. If you are here with us live tonight, welcome aboard. We love you. We're so happy that you're here. Tonight, Synergy Theater presents The Mating Game. Our show is just 30 minutes away from starting, or 21 minutes away from starting now, as it is 3:39. And we are so excited about entertaining you tonight. Thank you for being here. You're in the right place. You're doing the right thing. Our show will start at 4 o'clock p.m. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Synergy Theater. My name is Ken Adams. I am the artistic director of Synergy Theater, and our show tonight is The Mating Game. Synergy Theater performs full-length improvised plays in a variety of styles and genres. When we are performing in the real world, then we are performing at the beautiful Lesher Center for the Performing Arts in Walnut Creek. When we teach our classes in the real world, we teach those over at the Shotgun Studios in Berkeley, California. But we are not out in the real world tonight, are we? No, we are home. We are home. We are staying safe, and we are delighted to be broadcasting our shows to you, always for free, always on YouTube, and always all improvised. So welcome aboard. We are going to start our show tonight in just 19 minutes. We are 19 minutes away from 4 o'clock when our show begins. If you would like to interact with us and offer us suggestions tonight, you could do that. You could do that by logging into your YouTube channel, and you'll be able to interact with us and give us suggestions via chat. So just log in, find that chat window, and you'll be able to chat with us. When you come on board, say hi to me in the chat window. It's nice to know who's out there, and I'll say hello to you back. I promise I will. We are just 19 minutes away from the start of the show. Thank you very, very much for being here. And now I'm going to dance for you. There is music in my mind. See, like I said, if you're not watching this live, you could just jump ahead to the 30-minute mark and start watching the show. You do not have to watch me sit here and finger dance without any music. If you're watching us live right now, you don't have to sit here and watch me now either. Our show is not going to start until 4 o'clock p.m. You could go off to your kitchen, grab yourself a drink, get yourself comfortable, call all your friends, Facebook everybody, tell them that the show's about to start, make sure everybody's watching on our YouTube channel, and then we are going to begin in just 17 minutes from now at 4 o'clock p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Thank you all for being here. Welcome aboard. Synergy Theater is delighted to be bringing you a brand new and different show every weekend. We are here every Thursday at 4 o'clock Pacific time, and we are here every Friday at 7 o'clock Pacific time. And we have been rehearsing a whole bunch of new shows that we are so excited about. The Mating Game, this is one of our newer shows. It's been a huge hit with our audiences ever since we unveiled it a few weeks ago. We're delighted to be back with it tonight. Tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, we're bringing back another new show for us, Grandma's Birthday. That one is a Zoom birthday party for Grandma, where the whole family is gathering on Zoom in order to wish Granny a happy birthday. And what could possibly go wrong? Well, a lot goes wrong. So it's a really wonderful family dramedy that we improvise, all based on your suggestions. So come back tomorrow at 7 o'clock p.m. and watch Grandma's Birthday right here on Synergy Theater's YouTube channel. Tonight, it is the Mating Game. We are delighted to have you here. And we will be starting our show in just 14 minutes. 14 minutes from now. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Synergy Theater. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ken Adams. I'm the artistic director of Synergy Theater. It is delightful to have you here. We are just 12 minutes away. 12 minutes away from the start of our show tonight. We start at 4 o'clock p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Tonight's show is the Mating Game. You're in the right place. You're doing the right thing. If you want to go ahead and interact with us tonight in order to give us suggestions that we'll use to inspire our characters for the show tonight, go ahead and log on to your YouTube account. And you can do that. If you do not want to, that is okay. You don't have to. You could just sit back on your couch and stare up at that big, beautiful 92-inch screen and watch us on your television set on Synergy Theater's YouTube channel. Welcome aboard. My name is Ken Adams. I'm the artistic director of Synergy Theater, and it is delightful to have you here. Our show is going to start in just 13 minutes. 13 minutes. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the mating game. We are just 11 minutes away from the start of our show. We are so glad that you are here. You are in the right place and you are doing the right things. Synergy Theater performs full length improvised plays in a variety of styles and genres. Tonight, we are performing the mating game. When we are in the real world, then we are performing at the beautiful Lesher Center for the Performing Arts in Walnut Creek. But right now, we are delighted to be coming to you from our home studios where we are live streaming our show on YouTube. So you have just, oh my goodness, 11 minutes now before the start of the show. Just 11 minutes before the start of the show. So go finish cooking whatever it is you're cooking. If you're going to sit there and have a snack while you watch our show, I'd be honored if we were your entertainment while you had dinner tonight. Or if you want to interact with us and be sure that you could give us some suggestions, then go ahead and log on to your YouTube account and you'll be able to interact with us via chat. And that's where we will be soliciting suggestions tonight. My name is Ken Adams. I am the artistic director of Synergy Theater. We have a whole range of different shows that we perform online on YouTube, always free, always improvised. Tomorrow night is Grandma's birthday, an improvised family gathering. Coming up next week, we are very excited for the debut of our spontaneous soap opera. A really, really wonderfully fun show. We've been rehearsing it for quite some time now, and I know you're going to love that one. So please come back next week and watch Spontaneous Soap Opera. All of these shows are listed on our website at www.synergytheater.com. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just 10 minutes away from the start of our show tonight. We are very, very glad that you're here. Welcome. You're in the right place. You're doing the right thing. We have 10 minutes to showtime. Well, let's see who we have watching us tonight. Well, hello, Griffin is out there, Arastu is out there, and Auspex 1980 is out there. Hello, everybody. It is very, very nice to see you. Thank you so much for being in our audience tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just 9 minutes away from the show. My name is Ken Adams. I'm the artistic director of Synergy Theater. Synergy Theater performs full-length improvised plays in a wide variety of styles and genres. And we also teach classes. Right now, all of our classes are online. You can take Improv 1 or 2 on Tuesday nights, Improv 3 on Wednesday nights, Improv 4, Improvising Theater, our advanced class on Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock p.m. And we also just started teaching master classes in how to improvise a full-length play. We teach exactly the subject matter that we use when we perform our shows online. All of it comes from my book, How to Improvise a Full-Length Play, The Art of Spontaneous Theater. And those classes have been fantastic. So Fridays from 3 to 5, we have a master class going, and Tuesdays at 11 o'clock a.m., we have a master class going. Why so early? Well, that's because that Tuesday class has people in it from all over the world. We have some people from the United Kingdom, we have a fellow from Poland, and we have people from the East Coast. So all of the times kind of work out that Tuesday at 11 o'clock a.m. Pacific Daylight Time creates a time in all of those different time zones when everybody is able to take the class and be awake at the same time. So that's very exciting. If you are interested in taking an online improv class, I would love you to do that. Just pop online to our website at www.synergytheater.com, SYNERGYTHEATER.com, and take a look at our School of Improvisation page on the website. It has all the different courses, all the different descriptions, and then you can register right online and get yourself ready for a class. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just 7 minutes away from our show tonight. Thank you all very, very much for being here. It is very exciting to have you. and we are going to be unveiling brand new shows as our summer goes on. So keep checking on synergytheater.com on that online performance page. We have all of our shows listed. We always perform Thursdays at 4 and Fridays at 7. It's just a matter of what show we are doing, and we've been having so much fun creating brand new shows for our new online format, and they are really innovative and really fun. So I hope you'll be a frequent visitor and check them all out. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 7 minutes away, just 7 minutes away from the start of tonight's show. Who's joining us? Oh, well, I know who that was. That was Nikki. Nikki is going to be in our show tonight, and let's see if I can bring her on to say hello. Well, hello, Nikki. How are you? Oh, I cannot hear a word you're saying. Yeah, Nikki, there you go. Hello, Nikki, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good. Nikki, is that a wig?
No, this is for real. This is like my for real hair.
I guess I just have never seen your for real hair before.
I've never seen my for real hair because I hide it.
Well, you look lovely as always. How has your week been?
It's been good. When you're locked in forever, you have to show your real hair. So I'm still in my pajamas, my real hair, my slippers.
I understand. I am too. These are actually my pajamas as well. I tend to sleep in a full three-piece suit, but I took the jacket off because I was feeling casual today.
Well, when I'm feeling festive, I just have a cutout of myself all dressed up and I stick my face in it. Yeah.
Let's see. Today's show is inspired by the famous 1960s dating game show, The Dating Game.
Right.
When you were a little tyke back then, did you actually watch that show on television?
I did watch it. I loved it. And I don't know why I loved it, but it was probably because I was a pre-teenager and I thought, well, that's just what people do.
Yeah. One thing I did not know until we started working on this show, and I went back on YouTube and did some research, was all of the famous people or soon to be famous people that were contestants on The Dating Game, like Steve Martin and John Ritter. And it's fun. You can go on YouTube now and you can find the clips of them on the show. What a hoot that is.
Farrah Fawcett was on, and she was Farrah Fawcett, but she wasn't known at that point. Either was John Ritter.
Yes. Oh, John Ritter. Yes, that's right. Right. He was not yet known. I did not know that Farrah Fawcett was on, and she wasn't chosen, huh?
Well, she was the Bachelorette.
Oh, she was the Bachelorette. Oh, how interesting.
She had the Farrah hair and the Farrah smile.
And how was she introduced? Was she introduced as an actress?
She was introduced as Farrah Fawcett. No, I don't think she was introduced as an actress at that point. I think she was.
So she was just not a celebrity at all. She had to be doing something.
She was. I'll have to go back and look. And then, of course, there was the serial killer that was on The Dating Game, which was sort of inspired by one of the questions I asked when I was trying to come up with questions when I was Bachelorette.
Last week when we did the show, you mean?
Right. And my grandson said, well, that one's obvious. You need to So I thought, well, okay, are you a serial killer? That's a good question.
That's right. Yes, I certainly used to enjoy watching The Dating Game, and I used to love watching the Newlywed Game as well. Do you remember that one?
That was a good one too. That was a very good one.
Ladies and gentlemen, Valerie Migaila is here. Valerie is the director of The Mating Game, and she is the genius who came up with this idea for a show. Hello, Valerie. How are you doing?
Hi, guys. I'm great. Thank you. How are you?
Very, very good.
Great.
I'll turn it over to you, Valerie. I'm going to sign off for a bit.
Okay, great.
All right, Nikki, we will see you. We will see you there under the big bright lights. Valerie, your I wonder how it was this idea struck you one night. How did you wake up one day and say, oh my goodness, a long form improvised play in the style of The Dating Game?
I created it all in a dream, Ken. It was entirely dreamed up. It was a dream where I was at the beach with my dog, and then the idea came floating to me in the ocean. No, I just thought of it because I love the idea of this show. I think it's so tacky. The original show, and I thought it would be it's always a fun short form improv game. So I think also I was intrigued to see how we could make it into a long form show.
Yeah, it was really interesting taking something that has such a structure to it, like The Dating Game, and figuring out how to use that as an envelope for a play in which there are actually characters and character development and relationships and journeys.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's very fascinating. It's not like a lot of the other shows that I've done before. This is a unique one. It's very structured. There's a lot to remember.
Yeah, it sure is. And technically it looks great. It's really been a blast working on this. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just 2 minutes away from the show, 2 minutes away from tonight's presentation of The Mating Game. And I'm sitting here talking with Valerie Migaila, who's the director of our show and the woman who created the entire idea for the show. So Valerie, do you have any other ideas for new shows that you're going to bring to Synergy Theater?
I'm working on some. I think it helps to talk through some ideas. They don't all come to you just fully formed in dreams like this one. So
absolutely. Absolutely. All right. We are just 1 minute away from showtime. When 4 o'clock comes, I'm going to turn things over to you and I'm going to disappear backstage, and then you will take it away and start our show.
Great.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ken Adams. I'm the artistic director of Synergy Theater. You are here. We are 1 minute away from showtime. You are here ready to watch The Mating Game. If you want to give us suggestions tonight, then go ahead and log into your YouTube screen. If you just want to sit back and watch, you could do that as well. And you can enjoy us from your large screen television set. Ladies and gentlemen, Synergy Theater performs full-length improvised plays in a variety of different styles. We are a nonprofit arts organization, and like all nonprofit arts organizations, especially now, we are very dependent upon the generosity of our patrons. If you are of the means and able to give a small donation to Synergy Theater, we would appreciate that very, very much. Just go to www.synergytheater.com, click on Support Synergy Theater. Anything you can give us right now will help us keep these free shows coming to you every weekend. And with that, I'm going to turn things over to Valerie Migaila.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Welcome to The Mating Game. I'm so excited that you guys are all here to watch. Thank you so much for being such a wonderful audience. I'm going to ask a lot of you as the audience tonight because we need some suggestions. So right now, I'd love for you to give me 3 different types of suggestions. And if you still have creative juices flowing during the show, don't worry. You can continue to add those suggestions because we will have 2 segments of this show tonight. So please don't hesitate if you have other brilliant ideas that you'd like to see. Continue to give them to us. So it would be very helpful if when you type in your suggestion, you preface it with the type of suggestion it is. So I'm looking for professions. The other type of suggestion I'm looking for is hobbies. And then the third type of suggestion we're looking for are secrets. What are some deep, dark secrets? Maybe they're not dark secrets. Maybe they're light, fun, joyous secrets. And let's see if we can get that typed into the YouTube chat box, and maybe Ken, with his Synergy Theater account, can type those questions so that you guys.
I sure would. So we are looking for some hobbies.
Hobbies, occupations or professions.
Occupations.
Wonderful. And don't, excuse me, because I'll be writing these down because I will admit to you today, I am not a master at keeping things in my head, memorization. So it helps. Okay. You guys can keep on adding those secrets and things in there because we might use them again. So without further ado, let us begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Mating Game, the game show where one lucky bachelor or bachelorette gets to choose a date from among 3 wonderful contestants. However, the bachelor or bachelorette cannot see the contestants. They must choose their date based on the sound of their voice and their answers to personal questions. Tonight, we have not one, but 2 rounds for you, with 2 different bachelors or bachelorettes and 2 sets of contestants. And now, please welcome your host, Pat McGroin.
Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome to The Mating Game, the wonderful show where we try to find love. Let's get into it. Let's bring on, for our first round, let's bring on contestant number 1. Contestant number 1 comes from Arizona. He's a big game hunter, and in his spare time, he collects teapots. How are you, contestant number 1?
I'm doing fine and dandy like cotton candy.
Oh, ooh, I like that. Well, thank you. And now let's bring on contestant number 2. Contestant number 2 comes from Brooklyn, New York. He is unemployed, as he wrote on his application, and in his spare time, he likes to follow butterflies. Hi.
Oh, hi. It's really nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too. Are you excited?
Oh, yeah, I'm really excited. I really feel that today is my special day.
Oh, I think it is. I think it is. Okay, let's bring on contestant number 3. Contestant number 3 comes from Orange County, California. She is a bartender, and in her hobby is drinking. How are you today, contestant?
I'm doing great, Pat. How are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful. Thank you.
Love is in the air. I feel it.
Sure is.
I just feel it.
That's one of the things in the air tonight, for sure. Well, thank you, contestant number 3. And now, let's recall, everybody, that all of these contestants are on one side of the stage behind a large partition, and they cannot see our lovely bachelorette tonight. And our bachelorette has been behind stage until now, and she has not seen any of those contestants. So all of their appearances and all of their occupations will be a big surprise to her. Let's bring out our beautiful bachelorette tonight. She comes from Kansas. She is a dentist, and in her spare time, she likes yodeling. Hi, Glinda Bernstein. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing real good. I'm just so excited to be here tonight. I just can't even tell you. Love is in the air, yodeling. You know what I'm saying.
Oh, I know. Oh, well, thank you very much, Glinda. Now, let us begin. Let's bring back our contestants. Behind their partition, of course. Everybody say hello to Glinda.
Hi, Glinda.
Hey, Glinda.
Hi there, Glinda.
Okay. First of all, Glinda, why don't you start us off by just telling us a little bit about yourself and what you are looking for tonight?
Well, I think Pat really did cover it all. I'm from Kansas. I'm a dentist, so dental hygiene is really important to me, and I'm an expert yodeler. Fun fact, I actually had one hit. It was a very powerful greatest hit in the 70s starring my yodeling. It was called A Day in the Life of a Yodeler, Yodelee-hoo! And it's really my claim to fame, so I just thought y'all should know that in case you didn't already, but you might have heard of me.
I have that. I have the single.
No.
So do I.
Okay, everybody. Let's not try to get any points ahead of the schedule, right? Okay, Glinda, why don't you start us off by starting your questions with our beautiful contestants?
All right. So, contestant number one, I want to know, where would you take me on our first date?
I'd take you to the backcountry of Montana and show you my big game hunting skills.
Ooh.
I'd go ahead and fetch us some fish for appetizer and some nice elk for the main course, and then maybe later on you could show me dessert.
Oh, okay, contestant number one. Well, contestant number two, same question. Where would you take me on our first date?
Well, I'm between jobs right now, so I don't really have a lot of money to spend. So I would take you on a nice walk.
Oh, all right. Well, I do like a nice walk. Well, contestant number three, where would you take me on our first date?
I would take you to see The Sound of Music, and then I would bring as a party favor some dental floss. And so while we're eating popcorn, we could floss our teeth after. How does that sound? Do you like that?
Oh, that sounds great. It's like you read my mind. Every time I go to the movies, you got to bring your floss.
You have to. Popcorn's is a witch.
It really is. Okay, can I ask another question now, Pat? Is that all right?
Absolutely, Glinda. Let's go ahead and ask
Okay.
the second question.
Well, I would love to know, starting with contestant number three, describe to me your dream wedding.
Oh my goodness, my dream wedding would be all white, pearly whites like my teeth. And I would have an aisle full of people who just had their teeth redone with Invisalign so that everybody's smiling that perfect smile. And it would be set on the ocean. In fact, it would be on inside the ocean, frankly. Does that sound
Wow.
good?
That's really interesting for sure. Well, contestant number two, describe your dream wedding to me.
Well, as I mentioned before, I'm between jobs right now, and I've always had an interesting relationship with money. It's fed a lot of my insecurities, and because I don't like spending money on unnecessary frivolities, I always thought my wedding would just be taking you right down to the courthouse and getting married before the judge.
Well, all right. I guess that sounds pretty practical. That's always nice to be
Well, I assume
practical.
you enjoy practicality in a man, don't you?
Well, sure, but a little money, a little sugar never hurt nothing.
Oh, no, no, no. I'm gonna get a job. I have my resume out all over the place. I promise I'm not just sitting around watching Law and Order. I mean, I'm not just sitting around.
Okay, well, contestant number one, will you describe your dream wedding to me now?
My dream wedding, honey, is any wedding that has you as my bride.
Oh.
But to get more specific, it would be after I went out hunting with you and we caught us the biggest buckhorn elk you could imagine, and we skin it together and we mount it on our wall before we mount each other.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've never quite heard so much erotic small talk involving dead elk before. That's definitely a first for me.
I'll be a first for you for many things, sweetie.
Oh, wow. Goodness. Well, I would love to hear a little bit more about y'all's family history, but Pat, or was that okay with you?
Well, we'll get into that in our next segment. But
Oh, okay.
first, we are going to have a round of secret confessions.
Oh.
Don't worry, no legal ramifications in these confessions. You can confess to anything you want, and you can legally say it without any problems. So let's go ahead. Let's start off tonight with a secret confession. Nobody else in the show will hear it other than you in the audience, and I might listen in. Let's start off with Glinda.
Can I get a little privacy, or are you staying for? Oh, okay. Well, I've never told anyone this before. Stan, my husband Stan, yeah, he was a real doozy. He liked to drink. He kind of, beat me around a bit. Not a great guy. So one night, I'd had it. I took him out to the barn in the back, and I did him in. But I've never told that to anyone before, so shh. our little secret, right? Yeah, Hi, Pat.
Hi, Linda. I definitely wasn't listening.
Oh, good, because it was secret. I should hope you weren't listening.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna go to contestant number 1.
Well, I got me a secret that I never told anyone now, but you see, I have a third nostril. That's right. Exactly where it is. Well, that's a G-rated show. But my third nostril helps me have an extra sense for when that game is in the air, and I know exactly how to hunt with my extra ability. I call it my olfactory extrasensory perceptions.
Oh, well, thank you, contestant number 1, for that lovely confession. Contestant number 2, come on in.
I don't have my resume out anywhere. I gave up looking for new work a long time ago. Do you know why I got fired from my last job? I was a bookkeeper at a software company, but all I wanted to do was be outside chasing butterflies. And one day I was looking out the window and it was so beautiful outside, I couldn't help myself. I went outside, I took off my shirt, and I started chasing butterflies. Isn't that what life should be about? Following your bliss? But now, I really think Glinda could be the woman I've been looking for, and I'll do anything it takes to please her.
Well, thank you, contestant number 2. And finally, let's hear a secret confession from contestant number 3. Thank you.
Well, I'm a mermaid, and I'm actually Ariel from the cartoon movie called The Little Mermaid. I'm actually a cartoon mermaid, and nobody knows that because I put on my human form when I'm out. But honestly, right now, I can't change my fish fin to legs. So I'm just flopping around in a bathtub underneath this stool that I'm sitting on for the show.
Okay, wonderful. Just want to put it out there to the world that we do have mental health services available after the show. Thank you. So let's bring everybody back. And now we can get into the round of deep personal family questions and history. Thank you.
Great. Well, I have a series of questions, but I'll try to pick my top favorites. So just generally speaking, I would love to hear about your family upbringing and your relationship with your ma and your pa. Let's start with contestant number 2.
Is it all right if I answer this question in a private conversation with Glinda?
I don't see anything wrong with that. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, you two, go right ahead.
Well, Glinda, the truth is, I had a terrible upbringing. My mom and pa, they used to fight all the time. The reason I wanted to talk to you privately about it was because there's something I never told anyone. My ma, she killed my pa.
Well, that's horrible, but also potentially understandable, depending on the circumstances, of course.
I don't know. I mean, is there anything that can justify someone taking another human life? It really affected me, Glinda. That's why I haven't been able to keep a job. I've just been a mess.
Well, it's getting a little hot in here.
Oh,
Okay, Pat, I'm ready to be done with this private moment.
Yeah, it's my turn now.
Wonderful.
I want to have my moment with Glinda.
Okay, Glinda, you get to be private moment with contestant number 1. Thank you.
Okay, I don't love the private moments, but okay.
Glinda, my relationship with my mom and my pa was an excellent one. My pa taught me how to be a real man. Hoo-ah! And he taught me how to hunt and take care of myself and take care of my family. My mother, she taught me the feminine side of simplicity and also a heartwarming life. That's why I also collect teapots. So I'm best of both worlds here, sweetie. I got the side of hunting and shooting, and I got the side of teapotting and enjoying little tiny cucumber sandwiches.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, it
guess
sure
they
does.
stay to eat.
It sure does sound quite balanced. That's always nice. Well, thank you. Thank you for telling me that.
Okay. Now you can.
Can
Well,
I
I think it's only fair that contestant number 3 gets a private moment with you now, Glinda.
Okay, okay. So tell me about your ma and your pa.
Well, Glinda, they were going to make an arranged marriage, which is our custom from where I come from. And I didn't want to marry a fish. So I told them I was leaving. They kicked me out. And I found my way to this show because there was something about it that felt like I could find my love in this show. And I don't know what it was, but I paddled here and I found my way to you, I hope.
Well, yeah, but I mean, do you really believe what you're telling me about the fish and the cartoon?
And I am really a mermaid. And if you don't believe me, I could sing for you, but it doesn't go very well when I'm not underwater. Would you like to hear it?
Okay, so I'm sorry to interrupt. We have to go
Pat, where
Um,
where did you get these applicants from?
I don't want to release that information, Glinda.
All right, I can't hold it in anymore. It was I who killed my mother
No!
and my father.
Ah!
Ah, I'm sorry, I've been living a lie for so long. Glinda, I never thought I would meet anyone who made me want to tell the truth and face my demons. But you have brought out something in me, Glinda. You have peered into my heart. I'm ready to face reality now. I killed my parents, but there was a really good reason. I suppose you could never see yourself loving someone like that.
Well, normally no. I don't understand your intentions.
Don't you understand? All I need to be complete is someone to accept me for my faults and help me redeem. I'll pay the time if you'll stick with me. And then when I come out of prison, I'll get a job. I swear I will.
It
If I
doesn't
had
really,
someone like you in my life.
doesn't sound like there's really anything in that relationship for me. Can I actually just go ahead and exclude contestant number 2 from the running?
Oh, I'm
No,
sorry.
wait a minute.
Didn't
Is
happen
that what this is
later.
all about? Is it always all about you?
Well, it seems like it's really about you right now.
I want it to be about us. And you can't spell us without M-E.
Buddy, let me tell you something here. You just confessed to a serious crime, and it'll be over my dead body if I have you anywhere near Glinda.
You don't have any right butting in here, buddy. Glinda and I have something going. Why don't you just back off and let us work out our stuff?
Why don't you make me back off, pal?
I'm sorry. We have to go to a word from our sponsors really quick.
Yeah.
This episode of The Mating Game is brought to you by the Mental Institution of Southern California, bringing together murderers and mental patients. Come visit today. Thank you. Let's come back. Now, I know things are getting a little hot and heavy, but it's time that we go to our lighthearted lightning round, where you ask a series of fun, happy questions.
Yes. Okay.
And you have to answer very fast.
My first question, and you have to answer as first thing that comes to mind. Contestant number 1, beach or forest?
Forest.
Contestant number 3, winter or summer?
Summer.
Contestant number 2, murder or murder?
Murder. Wait a minute. Is that attraction I see in your eyes, Glinda?
It's fear. This is fear. Contestant number 2. I mean, some people go to extreme measures, but it's when someone is beating them and hurting them and they're living through these hard things and you would never understand.
Oh, never understand. You act like it almost happened to you.
I don't know what you're talking about. Moving right along.
A minute. I see that look in your eyes. That's the look in your eyes that I had after I witnessed the first murder that I committed.
Anyway, moving right along. Contestant number 3, what are you passionate about?
I am passionate about clams, crayfish, lobsters, anything from the sea. I love the sea, even sharks. There's a purpose for them. Do you love the sea, Glinda?
Yeah, but sounds like not as much as you. Contestant number 1, what are you passionate about besides game hunting?
First of all, I want to say that I think contestant number 2 is cheating. He poked holes in his partition and he can see into your eyes. I can tell by the sound of your voice that what I'm passionate about is to make you happy. That's my passion.
Huh.
Oh, right, you're right. Yes, I cut holes in my partition. Yes, I've been peeking. Yes, I've been looking into her eyes. Glinda, now's the time. We don't have a whole lot of time left, Glinda. None of us are given a lot of time to find love in this crazy thing we call a TV show. If you have something that you've been hiding, holding you back from finding true love, now's the time to tear a hole in it and let it out.
Yes, that is the portion of the show that we're in right now.
Yeah, well, good.
You wanna
Good,
confess
Belinda, because that
anything?
means it's going to be me she's going to tear into. In a good way.
Okay.
Well,
Go ahead, Glinda.
I'm feeling really cornered right now and I don't really want to admit anything. I feel like I'm on trial here, but I should be the one having you all on trial because I'm thinking my love right now. So I don't know how this got turned around onto me, like a personal attack or something. I just want to find love because
Every time I've had an animal cornered, I was victorious, Glinda. I shot death squarely beast right between the eyes, and I'm the one that wins on top.
yeah, but that's not making me more attracted to you. Don't you see that? It's making me scared because I'm the animal pinned in a corner. And honestly, I think I'm going to have to go with Ariel. I don't even know because honestly, she sounds crazy to me. But compared to these other two, oh, Pat, where did you find these contestants? This was my one chance at love, and look who I drew from.
Well, I did just start dating a therapist.
I can prove that I'm a mermaid. If you just give me that opportunity, I can prove it. I can show you that I'm a cartoon, but I have legs. I will get my legs if I just find true love.
Okay, so speaking of running out of time, Belinda, I'm afraid our time is up and you have to start making your decision. So without further ado, contestants, would you please go off stage? Now, Glinda, do you feel like you're ready to make this decision?
No, I don't, Pat. I don't think I can love any of them. Do I have to pick one?
Yes.
Is it a forced, arranged setup?
It's too bad. It's just part of the show. We don't have any more time. And you have to make your decision right now or else.
I wish I'd never signed up for this show. I didn't know I'd be doomed to pick one of these people.
Well, you are contractually obligated to do so.
Okay,
Of
well,
course, if you choose not to be with any of the contestants, then there's the alternate option that was in the fine print of that contract that you signed. Oh, well, it's just that you will go to the police station with Detective Lewis, and he will interrogate you about your husband's whereabouts.
what do you know about my husband?
Oh, that's just a blanket statement for everybody. Anybody who signs up to be a bachelorette on this show has to sign that exact same form. So.
Okay. All right, I'll pick someone.
Okay, wonderful. So let's first announce who was the first contestant that you did not pick.
I'm not gonna pick contestant number 2. I can't deal with someone that's so unmotivated and full of hate and and doesn't see life as something that is worth his love or worth living anymore. I hope he finds some help.
That isn't true, Glinda. Don't you see? I finally do see for the first time. I've been able to admit what I've done. And if you ever want to find real love, you're going to have to first start by loving yourself. And that starts with true admissions. Maybe it's not too late for us after all, Glinda, if you could just be true with who you are.
Oh, it is too late. Technically, you're not allowed to be together by law. Thank you.
Well, I'm going to go turn myself in and discover my true path.
Great. Detective Lewis is waiting right over there. Thank you. Now, Glinda, who's the next contestant that you do not choose to go on a date with?
Yeah, well, I guess I did not choose contestant number 3. Ariel.
I learned this song for you. Can I sing it while we were just waiting for you to pick me? Can I just sing this song to you? Just
Oh, sorry, no songs allowed on the show. Thank you.
Was that in the fine print too?
Oh, yes, it is.
yodeling.
Sorry.
Only yodeling is allowed.
Yodeling.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Glinda, so unless you are going to go away with Detective Lewis, I have a feeling I know who you chose. That would be contestant number 1.
Yeah! Yeehaw, boy! You're gonna not regret this choice at all, Glinda. The first thing I'm gonna do is set you up with a new shotgun. I feel the Remington Colt 85 3-barrel action.
I figure if I am going to turn myself in about my husband, I might as well turn myself in for 2 idiotic men. You hear me?
I hear you.
Better watch your gun safe.
Okay, wonderful. I'm so happy. See, love can be found anywhere, contestants. So I'm so happy. You guys truly are a couple, a match made in heaven.
What's
Now-
our prize?
Your prize will be you get to go visit the lost city of Atlantis. All the way under sea, King Titus rules the mermaids under the sea with Sebastian and all of his singing animal friends.
Wow.
Ghost Ariel, the real one, not the one here. Oh, thank you guys. I'm so excited for your love at first sight. It really is.
Thanks.
Okay, wonderful. Now, everybody, we're going to have another segment for you coming up very soon. And while we wait for that segment to begin, I would like to just ask the audience, are there any other professions or hobbies or secrets that you'd like to see? Go ahead and enter them in this high-tech suggestion-giving system. And I hope that you all enjoy the show tonight. If you look under your seats, you'll find a bottle of Jack for each of you. Also, we're going to happy hour after the show. If anybody would like to join me, I'll be there. But I won't talk to you unless you buy me a drink. My drink is a martini, shaken, not stirred. So if you also want to have a little bit more time with me, I do like pizza. So don't forget, meet me at Mario's at 7 p.m. and I will be there. Again, that's a martini, shaken, not stirred. How is that sun going for all of you today? I hope it's doing wonderfully for you all today. Nobody's sick. Just once again, I'd like to remind everybody that our show, we're looking to bring more new people on. So if you have any kinds of professions or hobbies that you'd like to see in this show, you can just enter it into that high-tech system I just mentioned. You all know how to type, don't you? Thank you. They don't pay me enough to do this. Okay, I think that we are ready to begin. Let us bring on tonight our first contestant in this new segment. He is a lion tamer from Honolulu, and in his spare time, he enjoys building sandcastles. Hi, contestant number 1. How are you?
No! That's how you get a lion to jump over a barrel. Snow!
Yes. No. Oh,
Meow!
contestant number 1. Thank you. Okay. Now, contestant number 2 is a cruise ship performer. And in her, she sings and dances. And in her spare time, she likes to do accounting. She is originally from Canada. Say hello to contestant number 2.
Hello, it is so good to meet all of you. And I just have to say, I have been waiting for this moment to find love, Pat. I'm very excited to be here.
I'm excited for you too, contestant number 2. We have had lots of love here tonight. So don't be afraid. You'll meet the one, I'm sure.
I don't doubt it.
Okay, and contestant number 3 comes from Florida. She is a tooth model, and in her spare time, she does detective work. Hi, contestant number 3.
How are you?
I'm great.
I just said tooth and not teeth model because I only model the one tooth.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I believe I've seen it in a magazine before.
I'm sure if I go up real close to the camera,
That's it. It's you.
you recognize it, right?
Page number 3,
Yes.
47.
You've seen my ads.
Yes.
Whoa.
They do look curly and bright.
You're the first person that recognized me from my tooth.
Well, contestant number 3, I'm so happy that you're shining bright with us here today. Thank you.
Oh.
Now, let us bring in our sexy bachelor tonight. He is from Nebraska. He is a kindergarten teacher, and in his spare time, he likes to take Lamaze classes. That's interesting. Please welcome James McDougall.
How you doing, gorgeous? So good to see you.
Are you talking to me there, James?
No, Pat, I'm talking to myself.
Okay, well.
I'm looking forward to seeing who's going to be the lucky winner tonight, Pat.
Me too. Maybe me. I'm just kidding, of course. Okay. Now, James, would you please let us know what is it exactly that you're looking for tonight? Maybe a saucy game show host?
I'm looking for anyone who was lucky enough this splendor grace their existence.
Would be lucky. Okay.
We'll find out soon enough, won't we, beautiful?
Yes. You can call me beautiful.
Into
Okay.
myself then.
Okay. Okay, let's bring back our contestants. And remember, everybody, our contestants and our bachelor cannot see each other. They are hidden behind separate parts of this studio. Welcome, everybody. Why doesn't everybody go around and say hello to James so he can hear your voice?
Well, now, hello, James. How'd you like to jump over my barrel?
Wow.
Hey there, sugar. I'm ready to rock your world, baby.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
Well, hi, sweetie pie. How are you?
I'm doing beautifully, as I always am, and as I always will.
Yes, I am. Really. Okay, let's get into our first round of questions tonight. James, are you ready?
I was born ready.
Okay, go right ahead and ask your questions.
I'll start with contestant number 1. If you had to worship me, how would you?
I would worship you down on my knees with my hands clasped together while lighting all the candles in the house, 'cause I need a God.
I like the sound of that. Contestant number 1, good answer. Contestant number 2, same question. How would you worship me?
You know, all men just think that women should worship them. I think it's time you open your eyes, bub. I'm the one you're going to be worshiping. So get ready to have your mind blown and your eyes open.
Oh, snap.
Not quite the answer I was looking for, but I do like the spunk. Contestant number 3, how would you worship this?
Well, I would pretend to hang on your every word and pretend to love how you looked.
Pretend? I don't think you're gonna be pretending any, darling. If you were taking a gander at my countenance, you would fall in love immediately.
Well, James, if you were to ask me the same question, I'd just have to say, I already am worshiping you.
Oh, I like the answer to that. Don't we? We both do. Don't we, beautiful? Yeah. We love it.
I need a private moment at some point with contestant number 1. I don't know if that's an appropriate time now.
We don't
or-
really have any rules on this show, so go right ahead.
Okay. Contestant number 1, please.
Yeah, hello there.
Hey, Lionel, it's me. So, look, when I visited you, you gave me a couple of gifts in that tent of yours. You know what you gave me? You gave me syphilis, and you also gave me a child. I am having your baby, Lionel.
Listen, Ruth, you know that was a one-night stand. I told you that right at the top. I can't help it if you got carried away.
Yeah, but you know what I told you? I told you I was going to hunt you down and make your life hell, and look where I am. I've even followed you on a dating show. So, I just want you to know, I'm having this child, and it's yours.
Listen, Ruth, I have a career on the line here. I'm the most famous lion tamer in all of the 7 counties. I can't be brought down by a scandal. Come on.
You were already brought down, but it wasn't by the lions in your circus. It was by my cat.
Listen, Ruth, you and we're circus people. You used to spend all your time up there on the high wire with all the people clapping for you. You know what that feeling is like. I don't know how that enthusiasm left you, but if you left the circus, don't drag me out with you. It's all I have.
I'm going to take you down one way or another. Okay, Pat, we're done here.
Great, wonderful.
Hey, Pat,
Yes,
can I have a moment with you, please?
sure, let's go right ahead.
I gotta say, this is a lot of time with other people except me. I don't like it.
Say, hey, Pat. you
Yeah,
know,
back off. He's mine.
But I just felt that you and I had a moment. Did you feel it? Look.
I'm over you. I'm over you, Patrice. I don't care about your tooth modeling. I'm in love.
Oh, wow. This is how you want to tell me?
Yeah, so what? I saw your ad a couple of times, and so what? I hung the picture up over my bed. Doesn't mean I can't move on.
So you're the one, though, that reached out to get me on this show. It was you. I knew it. So why put me on the
What
show?
do you think? I'm the
Why-
runner of this whole show. This is done in my basement.
So why put me through this farce? I don't like that guy.
Well, good, because he's mine.
Oh, wow.
But you're contractually obligated to
Hey,
finish.
this show should be more about me here, okay? We're here for me. It's me.
Yes, you. That's okay.
Calm down.
You
Sven.
can ask me some questions if you want, or we can bring those contestants back in.
Let's bring the contestants back, Pat. The show's about me, and I would like to continue as usual.
Okay. Welcome back, everybody. James, why don't you go into your second round of questioning?
Yes, contestant number 3. If you had to die for me, if you had to die for me and sacrifice yourself for me to be happy and amazing, would you do that? Yes or no?
No.
Contestant number 2, would you die for me?
Yeah, I guess so.
Excellent. Contestant number 1, would you die for me a painful death?
James, about 5 minutes ago, I'd have said yes. And not only that, but I'd have meant it. But something's changed, James. Something's come back and smacked me in the face like a 10-pound lion claw. It's contestant number 2. I know she didn't think I'd say this out loud, but I have an illegitimate child with contestant number 2. And I don't care what it does to my career, because I'm sick of being a phony. Do you hear me? I'm sick of being a phony.
That's right, everyone. The true Lionel comes out.
Actually,
Yes, I come out. And I did that because I see something in you, James. I see something below all the hubris and below all the egotism and below all the egomaniacal behavior. I used to be like that too, James, up until
bitch.
about, I don't know, a minute ago. But I'm a different man now. A man with a child and a scorned ex-lover. And a man who wants you to be real too, so that we might have a chance together.
well, I can't say that I echo those same sentiments, contestant number one, but duly noted.
Careful, he'll put his dick in you and you don't want it.
And when you do,
I'm ready for the next round of questioning, Pat.
Oh.
Who's going to tame that line? Okay, James, why don't you go ahead and ask me, the contestants, another round of questions.
Since I've been a little bit too self-involved, as contestant number one thinks that I am, I'll go ahead and get to the meat of the questions. Contestant number one, what life regret do you have?
I regret having lived so much of my life for show. All I cared about was what the audience thought of me. Little did I care about the people I hurt or the lions that I enslaved. Well, I'm done thinking just about me and my image. It's time to think about people and lions.
Contestant number two, same question, life regrets.
I was told I ate my twin in the womb, so I kind of regret that. But I guess that wasn't really a conscious decision. So my other regret would be, I really wanted ice cream last night and I didn't eat ice cream.
Huh. Contestant number three, same question, any life regrets?
Yeah, I have one. I came on this show under false pretenses. I wanted to see and meet Pat, but now I regret that I didn't come on here willingly to actually get picked for this show, to be your date. And now I want to be your date. I really do. I don't think you're for real. I think all that bravado is fake. But the more I listen to you, the more I actually see somebody who's really sweet and tender under all of that. I can hear it. What do you think of that, Pat?
I think it's baloney. Contestant number three, why don't you just keep your mouth shut?
Don't listen to them, beautiful. They don't know.
Can I call a private with James?
Finally, about me. Good, yes.
James, look, I see that other person all over you now, and I'm scared. I'm scared of losing you.
Of course you should be scared of losing me. Everyone wants to be with me. Contestant number one.
James, is that really all there is to you? Are you really that shallow, or is there anything underneath all of that?
Listen, when I teach kids kindergarten, I teach them about self-respect, about how to live in this hard world and to believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, then no one else is going to believe in you. Like my parents didn't believe in me, and they left me. They put me in an orphanage. And I'm the one that has to take care of myself and has to give myself all the good deeds and a pat on my own back. So don't give me some freaking lecture about not knowing who I am, pal.
I'm not trying to lecture you. I'm trying to help you. And I didn't mean that. What I meant is I'm trying to love you.
Well, I'm looking for someone to love me. I've never had that before.
Look, I made a career out of covering up who I am and performing for people I didn't care about. At least I got paid. What do you get out of that?
I'm ready to move on, Pat. I'm ready to move on.
Okay. I just want to have a word from our sponsors really quick. Thank you. This episode of The Mating Game is brought to you by Pat's Paternal Program. Are you a single mother was it kind of a wham, bam, thank you, man kind of situation? Do you need to find the father of your child? Well, sign up for Pat's Paternal Program. We will match you with the father of your child under false pretenses. Okay, How are we all feeling today?
Fine and dandy like cotton candy.
Can I just say before we continue, contestant number 2, I'm gonna take care of that baby.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Can I have a word with James?
Yes.
Fine.
Yes, you may. Contestant number 3.
So, hey, James, what's the real story behind you? Because the whole time you've been talking, the more I started thinking that I really kind of want to be with you. There's something about you. You remind me of my ex-husband. And my husband before that. And my husband before that. So what's the
Fine.
deal?
I'll give you the real deal. I'm a lonely guy looking for someone that wants to spend time with a kindergarten teacher like me. I don't have a lot of money. I don't have a lot of much of anything. So that's the truth. You want it? You got it,
I
huh?
want that truth. And that sounds great. You know what I do for a living besides being a tooth model? I fluff bug pillows. Fluff a bug. Kids love that. They love it.
Good. Well, that's nice.
No, but I mean, I would do that for kindergartners. That sound great?
Okay, that's all the time we have for your private moment. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Pat. We were just getting into it. Just
I'm
getting
ready
to
for my
know.
lightning round questions, if you are, Pat.
Yes, thank you.
Good.
Yeah, you can put your lightning to me.
Pat, I just want to say that you've been very supportive of me and the least challenging of all these people tonight. So
I'll
want
never
to thank
challenge you. I'll always support you.
Thank you, Pat. Okay, contestant number 1. Do you like my, and I want a quick answer, no thinking. Do you prefer my right side or my left side?
Neither. I prefer that contestant number 2 take me back.
Okay, contestant number 2. If you had to call me God or Lord, which one would you choose?
Gourd.
And contestant number 3. If you had to sacrifice your firstborn, or would you sacrifice your secondborn for me?
Second.
Thank you. I got my answers, Pat. I'm
What
ready.
about it, number 2?
Well, if James wants me, he's got a lot more money than you. He'll take care of this child really well. But if he doesn't choose me, then yeah, I'll go back to you.
I don't want you if someone else can't have you. I want you because you think maybe I can make up for my mistakes and be the man you wanted me to be.
I need to go private with contestant number 2. Very quick. Everybody else, please leave. Thank you. This is my basement. You can go upstairs to my couch. Don't look at each other. Contestant number 2.
Yeah.
Hi.
Right.
Thank you. When you know, I'm sorry to bring this up, but as part of the services you hired me for to reconnect you with your ex-lover,
Yeah.
I was under the impression that you would get back together with him. Are you telling me now that you might not take him back?
Well, James just seems to have a lot of money. I mean, his last name is McDougall. Only McDougals have money. I don't know any poor McDougals. And honestly, this baby inside me, I wanted to have a better life than I ever did because I grew up in some really hard times, Pat. And
Contestant number 2, I mean, this is a brand new business. If Pat's paternal program is going to do well, then we need to have established cases which worked, which the mother got back together with the father. So I'm sorry, but you need to at least give him a shot.
it's not your choice, Pat. It's my life.
Well, fine. Pat's paternal program is just going to have to do well on its own then, I guess. Okay, let's bring back everybody else. Okay, James.
Yes.
Why don't you give a last round of questions, and you can ask me anything you want.
It's the same question for all 3 contestants. Are you happy with who you are? Contestant number 1, are you happy with who you are?
I am now.
Number 2, are you happy with who you are?
I'm really happy with you, James. I think you could make me happy with who I am.
Number 3, are you happy with who you are?
I really am. I
I have
really.
my answer. Thank you. Pat, I'm ready when you are.
And just so you know, I am happy with who I am too. Thank you.
Please.
I'm happy with who you are too, Pat.
Thank you.
And I'm definitely happy with who I am.
Okay, contestants, why don't you go upstairs to my living room and we'll bring you back as we get called out. So, James, you've made your decision?
I have.
Okay, let's bring out the first contestant who you did not select.
Number 1. You obviously don't want to be with me. You impregnated someone else. So you have to own up to your responsibilities and be with the one you really want.
I think you're making the right choice, James. You and I, we just weren't meant to be. But
Tell
I'm
me
sorry
something
for you, James. I'm really very sorry for you.
For me. Be sorry for yourself, buddy.
Okay.
Okay, and let's bring out the second contestant who you did not select.
Number 3.
Wow.
You had too many ex-husbands. Way too many ex-husbands. I was just going to be another list off your checkbook.
Wow. That's really judgmental. I don't need this.
And actually, I also didn't choose contestant number 2. I'm sorry.
Wait, you didn't?
No, you have contestant number 1's child in you. I can't have that. I need to have full genetic loyalty and dominance. Do you understand? I can't have that.
Ugh.
That's why I've chosen you, Pat. You're my contestant number 1 here.
Oh, thank God. Oh, James, I'll hold up your mirror anytime. That's
We
great.
did it. We did it. I'll see you after the show.
That's wonderful. Well, let's find out where we're going on our fantastic date.
Oh, please.
We're gonna go up to my bedroom and make love.
That's the best place for me, Pat.
Okay, thank you, everybody. I don't know. We bring back our contestants and give everybody a mating game goodbye. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. I know I will with James.
And that's our show, The Mating Game. Thank you all so much for being out there. Let's bring the entire cast back on stage. And on the count of 3, let's all take a great big bow. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in tonight and watching The Mating Game. Please come back tomorrow night at 7:00 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time when we will be performing Grandma's Birthday, a Zoom family gathering. The whole family gets together to celebrate Grandma's birthday. What can possibly go wrong? Find out tomorrow night at 7:00 in this improvised family dramedy. Also, may I take one more opportunity to mention that Synergy Theater is a nonprofit arts organization, and like nonprofit arts organizations all over the country, we have been greatly affected by the pandemic, having lost all of our traditional revenue streams, which include our youth outreach programs, in which we go out into the community and share the benefits of improvisation with children. If you are able to help us out, your tax-deductible donation would mean a great deal to us. Please go to synergytheater.com, click on that green Support Synergy Theater button. Any amount of money you can offer us would go a long way towards helping us continue bringing these live shows to you and our services to the kids out there. Thank you all so very, very much for being here. Stay home, stay safe, wear a mask when you have to go out, keep yourself together. Synergy Theater loves you. Good night, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.